Keegan DeWitt wrote 4 original songs for this film, and we worked very closely with him. I mean, he's the maestro. He's the one who came up with how these songs came together. But I was definitely involved in how I wanted the songs to sound, what type of music I wanted it to be, and I wanted it to be bold indie rock pop, essentially. I wanted it to have an electronic element and an organic element, because to me it was sort of like, the older meets the younger. It's like sort of synth and electronic and sampling and keys versus sort of guitar and bass, sort of more old school rock. And I thought that was a great element of bringing the father and daughter together as a band. And the songs in this movie are crucial to the storytelling, because they can sort of do what dialogue cannot do. So instead of a scene between Kiersey and Nick in which they talk about, for instance, the fact that Kiersey's character's mother passed away, there's a song in place of that's the only way Frank, Nick's character, can kind of express himself. So to me it was a great tool, and just something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I love music films, I love musicals, and I just wanted to, take a stab at directing something in that world.
Yeah, I mean, we jumped into rehearsal, and I think that I was more uncomfortable with like the sampler and the keyboards, and at the same time having to sing and then remember the lyrics, and the vocals were live. So I was overwhelmed with multitasking everything, but having the support of Nick and not having to do it alone obviously helped a lot. But yeah, I'm really proud of what we did, and the songs were really beautiful to begin with. So all we had to do was really bring it and trust that Brett wouldn't let us embarrass ourselves.
Whenever I've done anything that has resonated at all, it's usually because I've been exploring some facet of me, my life, personality, or whatever. So I actually am curious. What am I supposed to be doing as a 70-year-old man? I'm really interested in finding out what that means creatively.
I'm very grateful to be an artist right now, because there's so much misinformation. The spread of technology and connectivity has been amazing in a lot of ways, but it also creates a lot of confusion. There's a lot of false information, which has allowed a lot of human foibles to surface that I, in my artistic bubble, I thought we had pretty much taken care of certain social ills that are now making themselves very prevalent in our country and in the world. And while it's upsetting to see that they still exist, it's exciting to identify them so that we can then address them. And it all feels like moving forward. I never sit around thinking, what should we do? Like, let's put on a show. There's so much we need to communicate to our sisters and brothers. So I'm just glad to be a part of working artistry, telling healthy stories that involve acceptance and consent and listening and evolution. We're slowly trudging towards loving everybody, and it's nice to be a tiny nut on the wheel of that vehicle.